Hi guys, it's Marie here again. I am going to be making some Christmas ornaments out of these little canvas and burlap 2x2 stretched canvases. These are from Corp brands. They come 2x2s are the smallest size they come in. I believe they have a 4x4 as well, and their sizes kind of go up. But I've had these two little canvases in my stash for a while, and I've kind of been waiting for a cute little project to do with them, and then I just thought about making little Christmas tree ornaments out of them, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to set these aside because I don't need them quite yet. I have decided to go ahead and do a bunch of die cutting. I cut all of these flowers out with my Sizzix. The die I'm using is a die set from Sizzix. This is their poinsettia pillow box die, so you can cut out a pillow box, but I'm just using the poinsettia that came with it and using that. So I cut out this big poinsettia image, and I cut out some of the center pieces and a bunch of the leaves. I'm going to be making two big poinsettias today, and I'm showing you, I just cut them out of plain white cardstock. I love using white cardstock as my base for everything, just because you can color it the way you want. You can use distress inks, watercolors, whatever. It's just so versatile. You can kind of do whatever you want to it. So I'm going to make some really nice red poinsettias. So I'm taking some fired brick distress ink, and I'm just going to be blending it all over. I'm really getting them colored here. And I'm going to do the same thing on both of my flowers, using both the same colors and the same blending techniques and everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and get all of my pieces colored. I'm going to go back over some of these flower pieces, and I'm adding some festive berries now. I just want to make more of a saturated color on there, and it always looks nice when you blend several colors together. It gives it more of a depth. Festive berries is quite a bit brighter of a red. It's almost got a pinkish tone to it, but when you mix it with the darker red, it kind of evens it out. But I just really want to get a nice solid color on my flowers here. And then just as a last little touch, I'm taking some aged mahogany, which is a dark, deep red, and I'm going to be putting some of this on the edges. Not over the whole thing, but bringing in a nice darker color around the edges really gives it more dimension and more depth, and just a richer color. So that's what I'm going for. Alright, so I have all of my pieces here colored. I'm going to go ahead and wipe up my craft mat. I'm going to go wash my hands because I'm going to be changing colors. And when you're changing colors, it's a good thing to wash your hands, because otherwise you're going to get like ink fingerprints on the other pieces that you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead on the next step. Okay, so I'm bringing in my little center pieces here, and I don't want them to be red as well because I want them to stand out. So I'm going to take some antique linen, just a very light color, and I'm going to blend some of those on my little centerpieces, and I did wash my hands, but I'm still a little bit nervous about getting some color on there, so I'm going to hold it down with the tip of my scissors. Okay, and like always, I like to kind of blend a few different colors. So I'm going to take some gathered twigs, just a nice sort of a light brown. I'm not even going to put it in my ink pad. I just want a little bit. So I'm just going to take my foam pad that I already have. It's already got a little bit of color on it, and I'm just going to lightly ink mostly just the edges. And it's just going to give it a little bit of depth and a deeper color. More of an aged look, which is kind of what I'm going for. Okay, so that's going to be the centers of my flowers. And then I'm just going to go ahead and move those to the side. And then I have my little my little leaves here. And I'm going to color these with some red, or green, obviously. And then, let's see. I want sort of a green, but not too bright. So I'm going to take some forest moss. So, let's see. Now I'm going to start assembling my flowers. Don't need the leaves yet, because I'm just going to glue them behind when I have my flower put in place. I'm going to take and poke a hole through the center of each of these pieces. And I just find it's easier to poke a hole separately, because once you have them all together, it gets kind of thick and it's kind of hard to get a good hole through all of them. So I just found it easier to do this one at a time, and it really doesn't take much time to do this. Okay, now I'm going to take some brads. I've got a whole little jar of brads here. I want red ones. I don't want the center to stand out too awkwardly. So I'm just going to take red, that kind of matches, and I'm going to put that in the center. So just stack these together one at a time. Actually, you want to start from the front, so I'm going to stack smallest to largest. And then before I go ahead and open the back of the brad, I'm just going to sort of turn this so that's kind of staggered and you see a lot of the petals. And that just gives it a fuller look. And open the back, and there's one of my flowers. Do the same thing with my second one. Okay, now I'm going to kind of fluff up the petals a little bit. And the next step is probably my favorite step. You'll see why. I'm going to add some shimmer. And I'm going to use it using some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. Now this is actually sort of a brown. This is actually vintage brass. So it gives it like a brownish, goldish kind of look. The color is not really going to show up on my flowers, but I like the gold shimmer in here for Christmas. So I'm using this one, and it really looks great. I've done this on a few of these flowers before. Now, since this is distress ink, it kind of reacts a little bit with the Glimmer Mist, but it's not going to like make your colors run or anything. It's actually going to give it kind of a distressed look, and it's really kind of neat. So I'm just going to go ahead and give it a good spray. Try to get lots of that golden shimmer on there. Alright, so they're mostly dry, not totally, but I hope you can kind of see that goldish shine that Glimmer Mist gave to it. I really think it's really pretty. Okay, so my flowers are done. I kind of want to put them a little off center and be down in one of the corners here. And then I'm also going to glue my little leaves in the background. I'm not going to glue them down yet. I'm just going to kind of arrange them the way I think I want them. Okay, then I want to put a little something cute coming out from behind them. And I have this from Corp brands, this mix and match pad. This is the Christmas Farmhouse mix and match pad. It's got a lot of different tags, different images. So I'm just going to go in here and find some tags or some sayings or something to cut out and put behind my little flowers. Now they have a lot of different images. Like this one, I might cut a few tags out of this paper, or I saw over here a cute little truck or a tractor. Haven't decided yet, but I'm going to find something to cut out and then just stick it behind my little flowers. Okay, so I found these little tags that I cut out. They say deck the halls, and it's got these cute little trucks pulling a Christmas tree in the back. So I fussy cut them out, and I kind of want to take a little bit of distress ink and just ink the edges. Just that way the edges don't look so raw, if that's the word. And I did go, and since these are both pointing different directions, I moved the flower on this canvas down to the other corner. That way you get the front of the truck and it doesn't kind of hide everything. So I'm going to go ahead with that. I might go ahead and warm up my hot glue gun because I think that will do the best adhering this stuff down to these little canvases. Okay, I think my heat tool or my heat gun might be just warming up. So I'm going to put a little hot glue down in the corner. Okay, now I did go ahead and I took a little bit of red raffia and I tied little bows. I just really like using this little red bits of raffia, especially for Christmas projects. I just feel like it looks really Christmassy. So I went ahead and I tied a bow, and I'm just going to stick it right here underneath that truck. It's going to fill in a little bit of that space. And then to hang it, I just took some Corp jute cord, cut it. I'm just going to loop the ends together, and on the back put some more hot glue, and then push my string right into that. Now you could use a stapler. There's different ways to attach this, but figure since I already have my hot glue gun out, this is the fastest, easiest way to attach it. Then you have a little ornament. I'm going to go ahead and glue the burlap one together, and then I'm going to do a few more finishing touches. For a little finishing touch, I'm going to take some of this Tattered Angels Decor and DIY paint. This is their crystal, oops, and it's leaking. This is their crystal color. And I've kind of used up this whole jar, but I didn't throw it away. I took my empty jar, I put a little bit of water in it and swirled it around, because if you take some of your DIY and decor paint, mix it with a little bit of water, it actually makes sort of a wash. And I'm not really going for a wash, but I'm going for, I just want to add some splatters to kind of make it snowy. So I'm getting it nice and liquidy, mixing it up with that paint on the bottom and on the sides, and I'm going to be picking up some of that color with my paintbrush and just splattering it on. I think they're done. I'm going to let them dry and I'll take some photos of them and post them up on the blog. If you're interested in any of these products, you can find the paper, the cord, and the little 2x4 canvases at Canvas Corp Brands, and I have a link down below that goes to their shop. For the Sizzix die, I just found that on sale at Hobby Lobby, so I don't know if you can get it from their website or where you can find that, but I'm sure there's a ton of other poinsettia dies out there and you can probably make your own. So other than that, most of this stuff came from Canvas Corp, so you can go ahead and follow that link and hop over to their store. These are really cute little ornaments that you can give as a gift, just to somebody that you know. You could probably send them in the mail, and it's something handmade and it looks good, and hopefully it'll be a keepsake for years to come. So thanks so much for watching. I hope I've given you some ideas of what you can do with some fun products and some Christmas inspiration. I hope you'll come back and watch more videos, and until then, have a great day. Bye.